Hi, this is Eitan Shalom at the Body Mind Wellness Center, and I'm treating a young woman today with a couple of things going on at once, and I wanted to show you how we combine acupuncture to treat more than one thing at once. So first of all, she has chronic Blepharitis. She has acne rosacea with Blepharitis and an occasional sty. And I am doing this point here, the back of the head, called gallbladder 20, according to our European numbering system. All of these points have names, but I learned them, unfortunately, just by the numbering system. This point has the word feng in it for wind, and this is a point to dispel heat and wind from the head. So it's right in this space there between the bone, and you needle it at an angle. You needle at an angle aiming towards the eye and the opposite side of the head. It's a very safe point, and that clears heat and wind out of the head. So very good for acne, rosacea, allergies, and blepharitis. I'm combining that with this point here, do 14. I don't know if you can see. There we go, because of the color of the needle versus the skin. So do 14, which is underneath it's in the space between the spinous process of C7 and T1, and that's a point that clears heat from the body, any kind of pathological heat, and both the emotional heat related to stress as well as purely physiological heat, like if someone had fever. Then she also has really tight muscles of the upper trapezius from having had a really stressful week. So here I'm actually doing dry needling on the motor point of the upper trapezius, which does also happen to be, quite conveniently, a point gallbladder 21, which this is the pistoning technique of dry needling, where you're triggering the motor point to try to stimulate it. And this point happens in acupuncture. It also clears heat out of the head. So it's a very good point for any kind of pathological heat in the head. For the same reason, I'm doing this point on the small intestine channel, which is also the motor point of the infraspinatus. But the small intestine channel and the heart channel are connected. So that's a really great point when there's stress involving the shoulders, where there's also the emotional component of stress. This helps relieve that. Now, she's an interesting case. She also has irritable bowel syndrome, and this point combination of the back regulating point for the liver, the gallbladder, and the spleen is an excellent point combination that I use a lot with IBS. And the liver and gallbladder, for obvious reasons, anatomically, but also in terms of Chinese medical theory, the relationship between the liver and the digestion, and the liver qi, which isn't only the physical liver, it's the energy of the liver, and that's too big of a topic to talk about right now. And the spleen has to do actually with the digestive fire. So when you needle the spleen, you're actually stimulating the healthy digestive fire. And when you're needling the liver and gallbladder, in the back here, you're relaxing all of the energy of the gut. So with irritable bowel syndrome, there can be a tightness around the gut. And then for the same reason, I'm doing this interesting combination, pericardium 6 and spleen 4, which are the opening and closing points of what's called the yin wei and the chong. And that's a point combination that we do when the person's digestive issues are deep-seated. So she didn't just have a minor digestive issue that began yesterday. She's had IBS since she was a girl, right? You said that you had severe constipation as a kid. So there's a deeper energetic pattern involving how her stress affects her gut, and this point combination is very good with that. It's also good for when stress affects the menstrual cycle as well. And so that's my point combination I wanted to show you, and I'm going to take these needles out and turn her over, and I'm actually going to do a little bit of cupping on her mid-back if she wants me to, and then I'll turn her over and do some more points for clearing heat from the face and head, and also for strengthening the digestive function. Thank you.